What's happening, people? All right, so I'm back at it here with my 2014 Chevy Caprice, trying to get my lights situation working. So as some of you may know from other videos, I've had the flickering headlights, actually flickering all exterior lights, and all kinds of funky stuff going on with the lights for about 1.5 years, ever since I got the car. And I couldn't really see what it was and figure it out. I did check light bulbs and stuff like that, but I really didn't dive into looking at what it could really be. I did find a ground wire. I found this last year. I was happy. Okay, cut ground wire, let me fix it. Fix that, still nothing. Flickering lights is still an issue. So then I deferred to, okay, I changed all the bulbs. Everything's good. The lights are flickering in a funky way just when I get out of gear. So it must be something serious. So I immediately jumped the gun and started thinking BCM. I went as far as buying a new BCM. So anyway, long story short version, after talking with some of the guys again on the groups, on the forums, they were like, look, keep checking grounds. I checked every ground. I took it to an electromechanic. They looked at every ground. They did all kinds of weird tests that I don't even understand. As far as ground loss, voltage loss between this, that, the other. Everything's looking good. I just couldn't figure out what it was. Anyway, so today I come over and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna take the car apart. As you can see, I started taking it apart, and I'm gonna start chasing down this ground wire. One of the guys on the groups was kind enough to print me out the wiring diagram, almost for all the wiring on the car, but especially the reverse lights, because we narrowed down that it's a reverse light issue. I had no reverse lights, not even with the alarm or nothing. So he says, look, just keep checking at it. You know, it could be the body control module, it could be something else. So I just started taking the car apart, and I said, you know what, I'm going to start at the basics. I'm going to start at the tail lights and work my way forward towards the inside of the car to figure out where the problem is. Anyway, so I didn't even get a chance to take this light out. It's still intact. I came over, I started taking this light out, and before I took the light out, I felt that the wires were not moving freely. The wires are not moving freely. Lo and behold, one wire was moving freely, and I could see the plug move. When I tugged on it through the hole, I saw the plug move. The other wire I would tug, the plug would not move. Something was wrong. And here's what I found. So at some point or another, someone, see if I could get out close there, could focus. There we go. Some point or another, someone removed this tail light for whatever reason. When they put it back, they pinched the wiring right here, I believe. They pinched it there or on top, one of the two spots. And what was happening was, this must be the positive on the lamp, because every time you were going to reverse, it would pop the number 6, the BCM 6 fuse wire. It will pop it instantly. The second you get out of parking, you pull on the lever, it will pop instantly. The second the lights are gonna turn on. So now I got it from disconnected from making ground, and I did nothing else. Just did that, and I know it's not exactly reverse lights, but the lights coming on, which it never did before. Before it would just give me a quick blip and shut off, you know, because it was shorting out. So now after 1.5 years, I have no more flickering lights, and I have working reverse light. It's freaking amazing. And this is a lesson in something I do every day. At work, I always go to the basics, look for the simplest, go to the basics. Don't overcomplicate yourself until you get there. And I violated that rule. I went straight to the complicated and the big problem, instead of ruling out all of the small possibilities and all the simple problems. So a year and a half, I went as far as buying a new BCM. I got lucky, I haven't programmed it yet. I mean, I can't return it, but I have it as a spare, I guess. But I went as far as buying a new BCM and looking for people and all that stuff to try and program it, because I was thinking it was the BCM issue. Again, I went straight to the big problem instead of focusing on that it could have been the small problem. Anyway, sorry for the long, boring video, but the moral of the story is rule out all the simple stuff first before you start looking at the big dollar or more complicated issues. All right, talk to you later. All right, ladies and gents, so I was able to slide some heat shrink over the damage. There was no broken wires, so I didn't want to cut it. So I was able to slide some heat shrink over it, shrink it up, and unpin it. Yeah, you see, there you go. That's my lovely assistant. All right, I'll put back up I'll go back on when I put this back on. All right, here goes the moment of truth. Everything's back together. The wires are nice and loose. Nothing's pinched. Looking good. Let's hope the car doesn't blow up now. Yeah, baby. Reverse lights are working. Hopefully no more blown fuses, no more flickering headlights. Yeah. Freaking amazing. Simple things, guys. Simple things. I failed at it, at checking the simple things first, and that's why I'm here a year and a half later. But I finally